there's a competitive nature to business in any industry, okay? Which makes it difficult to kind of parse the business part of yoga and the spiritual nature of the philosophy that we're teaching. And I think a lot of those elements can be defined within you in discovering what your personal standards are. Know what your personal standards and your priorities are. And I'll say this is something that always leads my business decisions. A rising tide raises all boats. It guided my decision when I decided to open up the studio for a month when another yoga studio closed. There are people in the industry that would think that was nuts because I wasn't making any money. It is my standard to help people, and I thought that that would be helpful for people that had just gotten that kind of news. Okay? When there are teachers that have sent people to my studio to take a class as part of their teacher training program, I offer them a discount on packages, despite the fact that they probably already bought one. Because I think that that's just kind. Somebody's thought enough of me and this studio to recommend their students take it, either for good or bad reasons. They're learning something. Go to Kim's class because, right? But it's not, for me, the philosophy is more important than padding my bank account, which is obvious from my bank account. I do just fine. No, it's an abundant place to be. If you believe that you're living in scarcity, you will. If you believe that there is abundance, there is. Because you will find whatever you're focusing on. And there are 5 million people in Houston. And the yoga industry, I think nationwide, is about $16 billion. How much of that do you actually need so that you feel you have to be competitive to the point of like taking something from somebody else in order to have something for yourself? That's not how people practice. How do you practice? Do you go to just one studio? Not. Some people are loyal to studios. Some people, I've found more often than not, are just loyal to teachers because those teachers speak to them. Right? You're offering something to people, and as soon as you start to teach not from that place of your heart, if you start teaching in order to get people into your class, you may for a while, but there's no longevity in that. Because people will start to understand that your roots are not deep, and you will topple. So get to know you, teach from some place of sincerity. You know, I tell you this all the time, integrity, sincerity, and authenticity. Those are your roots. Let them grow deep. And that means while those roots are growing deep, while you're figuring those out, while you're developing that part of you, it may not be so showy above the ground. Don't worry about it. It will come. And when it comes, it will be resilient. Does that make sense?